And we're back for the last couple of people on the list here, and then we're going to go ahead and do our draft. And B-Beck will tell us what order we're doing it in and everything like that as we get started. But let's go ahead and finish up the last two people on our list. Who is the second last person to talk about?
Nick Wilson.
Nick Wilson. So we all know Nick Wilson. We all can talk about Nick Wilson a little bit. Who wants to start?
Glad he's back. Good. He won, what was it, 37? Okay.
Yeah.
And just glad he's back. Good player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think, again, one of the best seasons as well. Again, I think of the 30s, I would say it's between 33 and 37, and 31's right there too for the best seasons. They've been more bad than good, I think, in the 30s, honestly. But he played a real solid game, and obviously, won his season, and it was a lot of stiff competition that season. There's a lot of good players.
Yep.
What do you think?
Your only successful winner pick.
Yeah. Well, blind squirrel.
He also had to deal with Angelina for a whole season, so God bless him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any other comments or thoughts on Nick?
No. I liked him. He did well. He pulled it out when he needed to. And
yeah, for sure. Lastly, on our list, number 20th contestant of the season, Mr.
Ethan Zahn.
Ethan Zahn, or as the great Greg Gumbel would say, Ethan Zorn. The winner of our season, Ethan Zorn. Professional soccer player, grassroots soccer player. He actually, after the season, he dated Jenna Maraska, the winner of season 6 for a long time. The Impact Wrestling,
yes,
whatever they are called, knockout. And then he also had cancer twice. By the way, that is
he looks pretty great.
He had cancer. He won Survivor. He did a little public speaking. He invented a couple of little things. He invented the one where you have the milk and the cereal in the same bowl. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, it's like divided, and you can spoon the cereal into the milk.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, he invented that. He's a...
Did he invent the snack cup with the drink on the bottom and the cup on
probably.
the top? The snacks on the top?
Yeah, probably. He had cancer. He beat cancer. He raised a lot of money for cancer research. He then got cancer again. Beat it again. And now he's cleared to play Survivor again. So, if you want to talk about a classy, high-quality individual who, if Survivor was a fair game, would win this game again, it's Ethan Zahn.
Yeah.
He was, I mean, the fan favorite, America's favorite player on season 3. Everybody in America wanted to win season 3, and unlike last seasons, he actually did win season 3. So, Ethan he played season 3. He actually did come back on season 8, and was the last winning player left. They basically, everybody who's in the top 3 got voted out immediately that season. They just didn't let anybody who did anything. I mean, the first boo that season was Tina Wesson. And then they got rid of Rich, they got rid of Rudy, they got rid of, Jenna quit, they got rid of a lot of people. And then Ethan was the last one left, last one standing, who did anything. And he went almost the merge right to the merge. I don't quite remember, but he was a good low key guy. He said he was on a season. He was like the second loudest guy. Lex Vandenberg was the loudest guy, and he ended up losing the last. He didn't win a lot of immunities because Lex dominated them for some reason. But he, Babe, come sit with us. You're getting to pick your team soon. He said that famously says nobody wants to be the head coach because nobody likes the head coach or likes the assistant coach, and that was his theory of playing the game. He goes, don't be the one out in front because everybody's gonna be mad at that guy. If you're the one who is like the go between the bottom and the top, you're the guy in the middle who's like not the figurehead, but not the one who's on the bottom. You're the figurehead's assistant. You're the one who's gonna win the game. That was his theory. Again, he played season 3 and season 8. That's the Stone Age. That is prehistory of Survivor. So, can he still is, again, he's still in the community. He's been on podcasts. I've heard him on podcasts recently talking about the show, and he's still up on it. So, we will see. There was a spike in the name Ethan when he was on the show. Statistically, look it up. Also, the name Colby, when Colby was on the show, statistically look it up. He's in that pantheon of like the people that everybody America wanted to win. And obviously he did actually do it. So, a great individual, high quality individual. I was super excited for him when he won his first season, and I couldn't be happier that he's back. I was a little surprised he did come back. But obviously that nostalgia factor, if you get people back from the first couple seasons, the nostalgia is gonna be there. You're gonna get the eyeballs on the screen. They say, "Oh my God, Ethan's back! I love Ethan." Yeah, people are gonna watch that show. Mm-hmm. So, any other comments on Ethan? I know you guys really don't remember Ethan, but he was, he was Survivor Africa, Survivor 3. Okay, I mean he's as OG comes. I mean the if you can't get Richard back, Richard did play again, but he played with Ethan at 8. Tina's been back twice now. She's the winner season 2, and that's Ethan. So huge get, and obviously you want eyeballs on the screen. Have Ethan's on your show. Anything else?
I mean, like mentioned before, it's either good or bad that everybody knows everyone and their backstories and everything. Mm-hmm. It's either, it might not dictate their votes. Everybody has some sort of past family. You said he had cancer twice. That probably isn't really going to control a lot of their voting. There's no sob stories. Everybody knows what their stories are.
Adam can't play the mom card anymore.
Right, Jeremy, the family, also, and things.
And everybody knows Jeremy's a firefighter and his wife's a cop, so everybody's going to be basing it off of gameplay over anything else.
And the truth is that, and if you're going to,
nobody's going to be in awe of anybody.
Correct. Very true. And, nobody's going to be like, wow, they're so good, they're a winner. Yeah, so am I.
Except for probably Sandra, though.
Sandra, Rob a little bit, maybe Parvati. There's a few, but for the most part, everybody's on the same level.
Maybe Sandra and Rob, because they were coaches for last season.
And that being said,
with the
they wouldn't have seen
statues,
they would not. Season 40 filmed before 39 aired, so they wouldn't necessarily know that.
Okay,
but
fair point.
But
they
are still on the Mount Rushmore of Survivor, so they are first ballot Hall of Famers. Mm-hmm. There is a Survivor Hall of Fame, and they both are in it. Ethan Zont's in it too. So it's there's some of the greatest players of all time. A couple snubs. I'm not surprised John Cochran didn't want to do it. He's very very well known, and he's got more going on than Survivor right now. He's a writer for TV. I'm a little bit surprised Mike Holloway didn't come back. But other than that, nobody I'm really like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they didn't get, obviously other than Richard Hatch. But other than that, I mean, this is, if you're going to ask for a season of winners, of rock stars, throw a dart at one of these people, they're either going to win or be the first boot.
I should have did that for my pick.
You certainly, I would have better success. So, so on that note,
that could have been our system.
It could have been our system for sure. Just randomly picking them because that's what's gonna happen. Bailey's gonna be the last 2 people left. So whoever's left is on Team Bailey. We will pick 6 each. It'll be a snake draft. So whoever be that picks to go first, and then picks to go second, and then third. It'll go in reverse order the next time, and then so on and so forth.
Okay.
So
does that mean Bailey wins the pot if he gives his people?
Bailey wins the pot. Bailey gets the money. If
you're gonna eat like a king for a while.
Yes, he will. He'll be getting Caesar's galore. And he'll probably be on most of our shows with us too, giving us his opinion. So I can't wait. One thing to keep in mind too as we go through, the fire making challenge is obviously still there. Some of these people have never been in a fire making challenge in their lives, weren't playing a season that had a fire making challenge, and also Edge of Extinction. It is called Winners at War. There's been plenty of twists, I'm sure, plenty of idols, plenty of advantages, etc. But also there's Edge of Extinction. So if somebody throw it out, they may or may not, be out of the game. They could certainly come back later, and that would be something to keep in mind too. So. All that being said, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and make our move and start what we're here for, the draft. This is how we end the show with the draft. Mr. Beback, you had the floor. You were the winner of last season with the winner pick of Tommy Sheehan. We were all making fun of you because there was like 10 people left and you had 2 of them, and we both had friggin' 4 left. This is going to be easy. Beback's out, one of us is winning, and then, of course, friggin' Tommy and Dean are the 2 left in the end. Son of a bitch.
Of course, the guy I went into, I did have Tommy on my team, but I couldn't believe he was the one who pulled it out.
Right.
Apparently, nice guys can apparently finish first.
Yeah.
I would have voted for Dean because that 4th quarter surge, I loved it.
Yep.
I wanted him to win, but in the end, still a person from my team.
Either one. Yep. And so it was one of those things where both our winner pick. I mean, I said the only winner pick who's actually any good is Kelly. She was the first one out of any winner picks.
Yep.
And yet your team still won.
Yep.
So it was quite an interesting tournament.
If Kelly didn't they needed to get Kelly out when they got Kelly out.
Certainly.
No.
Come here, Bailey. Come join us. Come sit with us. Green Bay. All right. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and start off the draft. Be back one last season, so he gets the right to pick the draft order. So not only are you picking when you draft, you're picking when everybody else drafts for the first round. And then we can of course start off if you have a winner pick you want to throw out there, great. If not, at the very least, at the end we will give a winner pick from obviously from our team that we think is going to win. Or if we don't get that person, then it's from someone else's team. But regardless, tell us the draft order for at least the first round.
Well, for the for picking a winner, I texted you yesterday, and I said it was going to be a tough decision because it's an all-star season and all winners. So
everybody can win because I have.
Yes. So I'm probably going to pick my winner from my team at the end.
Okay.
And when I was going through my draft order, it's all-stars, it's all winners. So I kind of want you to get... So we're all going to have loaded teams, in theory. But you, since you've watched every season and taught us practically everything we know, I kind of want you to get screwed.
Good.
And,
I assumed.
And I want to build as strong as a team as I possibly can. So I want to have those back-to-back picks.
Okay.
So I will be leading off. You will be picking second, and I'll give Jess the third. So
Okay.
second round, she can have that second pick.
I will never get back-to-back picks, and that is exciting.
Well, I want to be nice to her because she was later. I was turned on by you by Survivor. Probably I started watching probably mid-20s, and you were a bit later in the games, so at least you know a little bit more about the cast now, and might have the ability to put two solid picks together and a solid team.
So I have my own strategy. I think everybody has their own some semblance of a strategy. You might get to know mine kind of as I get into it, but I will pick second. B-Back will be leading us off, correct? And then Jessica will be picking third and then fourth. So, if we're all ready, Jessica will be writing down our answers. Let's start off. B-Back, you have the floor. Tell us who you're picking to win this, or for your first pick of this draft.
I want the queen. I want the goat. Sandra
Diaz Twine.
Throwing it down.
First pick, which is like a duh pick. Like, come on. Sandra's got to go in the top first couple picks. I mean, obviously, Sandra Diaz Twine, one of the greatest of all time, the queen of Survivor, first off the board. What do you think about that?
Whatever.
Alright, so Jessica's opinion is whatever. I think Sandra's obviously, one of the greatest of all time. My opinion, she's too well known to win this game. I think I wouldn't I wasn't gonna pick her right away just because I just think she's just everybody knows the name. She's just gonna have too massive of a target, and I don't think she can do it. But certainly is a great player, one of the all-time greats, and this season will do nothing to change that. Yeah. If she wins or she is out first, she's still one of the greatest of all time. Period. Excellent pick. So that leaves that to me then, yes? So, I had one person I really wanted, and then the rest of us to kind of see where it went. So, I don't think this person is necessarily going to win, but I do want to root for this person, and I do think that of any of the players in this kind of sort of archetype or demographic, I think he has the best shot of any of them. I'm going with the
Greek god.
No.
Shut up, Jessica.
I'm going with
Jeremy Collins.
Shut up, Jessica.
No. I am going with
Tyson.
Shut up, Jessica.
The Utah-ian who now resides in the Arizona. That is the great Tyson Apostle. Tyson Apostle. I have Tyson Apostle, the winner of Survivor Blood Resort. One of my favorite seasons and one of my favorite characters of all time. He was once quoted as saying, somebody made a stupid comment to him on a podcast, and he said, "What an idiot, who would say that?" And the host said, "Well, the guy's from Buffalo." He goes, "Oh, that makes sense." Awesome. I love Tyson Apostle. He's one of my favorite players of all time. I'm picking Tyson Apostle. Jessica, who do you got?
Question. Is Jeff Probst an option?
Jeff Probst is not an option. He cannot win.
He's on the list.
He is on the cast. That's
That would
it.
be
I feel like
great.
I just need to...
I think you can basically pick at random and have it.
Close your eyes and point.
Well, I don't know. There's so many different people, but I'm gonna take a chance and hit Yul Kwan.
Yul Kwan is a fantastic pick. He is a he was in the Obama administration picked him to be in the FCC. He is when he was speaking in an interview I listened to, I was like, this guy is speaking. I'm not an idiot, but he was speaking way, way, way above my head. So he is IQ off the charts, smart. He's physically fit. There's really nothing Yul Kwan can't do in Survivor. So picking him, again, the only caveat is how powerful is that guy in the end. But other than that, Yul Kwan is, again, as good a pick as you're going to make. And again, you can't go wrong this season, so whatever.
I feel like I partially picked it because I can just hit Yul Kwan every time instead of hit Daquan.
Daquan, yeah.
Hit Daquan and hit Yul Kwan, so he's got a theme song.
There you go.
I like it.
There you go, Yul Kwan. So Jessica, you got Yul Kwan. You also have the fourth selection in our 2020 Survivor Season 40 draft. Who ya got?
I don't know, because I don't know how you guys are going to pick, so I'm trying to think of... I know, it doesn't really matter, because all of them won. So I don't know if I need to go boy, girl, and alternate, or whomever, but I think I am going to go with Amber Mariano.
Amber Burkich Mariano. Very, very interesting pick. She was on my list. I wasn't sure what order, if I was going to take her at all. The only reason I wouldn't take her is because she hasn't played in 32 seasons. 16 years she hasn't played, and she's had 4 kids since then. But she is, again, a player who, if things align the right way for her, is more than capable. She's not known as being a great winner, but she's also not a person who, with all these loud personalities, she's not that. And she could certainly fit in underneath the radar.
That's good. I'm drawn to people that are not loud personalities, so it makes sense for me.
I mean, Rob aligned with her because he thought she was hot. Now they're married with 4 kids. So, I mean, hey, whatever.
Rob's good looking too.
So there you go. They're good.
No, he's not. He's from Boston.
So, anyways, a good group, a good 2 solid picks back to back for Amber Burkich, Mariano, and Yul Kwan. For my next pick, I'm picking my favorites. That's all I'm gonna do. That's basically my strategy. But I have an idea of who could win the season based on odds and statistics. But I'm also gonna pick my favorite players.
So I already know the person you're probably gonna end up picking, but we'll wait until you get that option.
So, and I don't think you know, because I'm gonna surprise a lot of people with my picks. I think my picks are gonna be. I wouldn't be surprised if my 6 picks are the first 6 boots. I would be surprised if my 6 picks are the 6 finalists. But I'm going to take the shot right now. I'm calling my shot. Goofy Gal is her Twitter handle. And her name is Denise Stapley. She's never won a pre-merge immunity. She's gone to every single tribal council she's ever been to. And she came out smelling like roses. She is, again, a fantastic player. Everybody wants to talk to her. Everybody wants to confide in her. She, again, is from the middle. The 20s, I feel like, are the seasons that people aren't going to be looking a lot at. The mid-20s. I mean, I think her season is one of the seasons that saved Survivor. I think Survivor would have been canceled. 24, 23, 22 were getting close to being the end of Survivor because it was really going downhill. Her season, I think, was one of the ones that revitalized the series. And she did a great job and won that game. And I think also too, I think she's the middle. I think the people who are winning the season are not the nostalgic players that everybody misses, or the ones who are very recent. I think it's the ones who slip into the middle area, who kind of get lost in the shuffle in the middle. Oh yeah, they played the middle 20 somewhere. I think those are the people we're gonna have that shuffle with, and that's why I'm going with Denise Stapley. Okay. Any other thoughts? Be back. You have the 6th pick. And then the 7th pick. Who is your 6th pick?
Well, I was between 2 for my 2nd pick. Lucky enough to get Sandra with my 1st. So I think I think that pick dictates this pick. Because of Sandra, I'm not going to go with my 1 option, and I'm going to go with Jeremy for my next pick.
Excellent pick.
My thinking here was I wanted to get at least one of the two Island of the Idols and if I had both the two big targets, not good for me. I do remember Jeremy from his 2 seasons, loved him, won him.
He is he is the kind of player that people say they want to play like.
Very happy.
Every season there's somebody who says they want to play like Jeremy. Every season there's somebody who says they want to play Jeremy Collins. I mean, and again, he's one of the best of all time. So certainly a great pick. Any other thoughts?
No, I wanted him.
I know you did. I know he was on your list.
Did you?
You just based on what you were kind of inferencing and what you were scrolling and looking at, I had a feeling he was on your list. But so you sold Jessica's picks. Good for you. You got your 7th pick here. 7th pick overall, 3rd for your team. This is around the first half of your team. Who do you got?
And back to the point I was making earlier about this person in part 1. Back to what you said earlier. This is a person that everybody wants to play like and had a great influence of the game. Female, Poverty Shallow, my favorite player of all time.
There you go.
That one was coming.
Poverty Shallow, and I believe if my memory is correct, her name is officially, and I don't know if she just goes by Shallow or if legally that's her name anymore, but it would be Poverty Fincher, because she's married to John Fincher of Survivor 19.
You told me that.
They would have put her name on here like that then.
Yeah, probably.
Everybody else
They
has
did
changed.
with Kim, yeah. So and with Amber, yeah. I mean, I don't know. She married John Fincher, who Jeff Probst said, and I quote, "John Fincher is a poser," and now he's married to Poverty Shallow and has a kid with her. So isn't that wonderful? Poverty again. I mean, yeah, you can put her on the Mount Rushmore of greatest players of all time. Certainly a threat. Certainly could be somebody who's targeted, but again, she always seems to find a way. Nothing ever sticks to her, I could see her. I could certainly see her winning again. It would shock me the least. She should be targeted early. If she isn't, good God, she could win again. Absolutely, no doubt. So we'll see what happens. Definitely a good pick though. Can't go wrong there. Yeah, there's so many huge threats and great players. Can't really go wrong with most of them. So that's me. I'm next. I have the 8th pick overall. Again, people I want to see win. I don't know, again, if they're gonna... I might be shooting myself in the foot by picking these winners, but there's one more I have to have. A couple of the other ones I'm kind of like, all right, whatever. I'll be happy if I get them, if I don't, whatever. But I think you guys know where I'm going with this one. No. The Greek god, though, he's just too much. He's too much of a threat. Too on.
Quit putting ideas in his head.
Yeah, I'm just giving all your picks away.
I know. He can't go. Tony can't go under 110 miles an hour, so I think he's going to have a real tough battle. I'm going with the person who I think maybe the greatest winner of all time, and that'd be Kim Spradlin.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Again, she's in the middle 20s. She played the season before Denise. I think the middle 20s are going to be kind of... Nobody's really going to be looking at those players. Those is like big-time players. So I think she can kind of slip on the radar and get the job done.
Or she gets to prove herself.
But like you said, she's not playing robots.
She's not playing robots this time. So
yes.
I think she's playing tough competition. She's in the different spot in her life. So who knows? But she still is Kim Spradlin. So we'll see what she pulls on. Next is Jessica. Unless anybody else has anything else on Kim.
No.
What do we got, Jessica?
So you probably would guess that I picked this person.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to take a chance on them again, give him a second shot, see if he has a better opportunity. But I'm gonna go with Ben.
Of course, yes.
Of course.
I would not have guessed anything else. Ben, obviously, you know him, his game maybe better than anybody else who's ever played Survivor. And obviously, you're a huge fan of his. And the guy, he is another one of those, figure it out, get through it, and find a way type of guys. And those are the ones you definitely like. Those are also huge threats. And they know that he's kind of knows for idols, so that's going to be, something they're going to want to keep an eye on. But again, if it's him or Tony who you're going to clip, Tony, because Tony is more up in your face about it. So Ben is a little bit more watered down Tony, and that in this case is a good thing for him.
Yeah, I mean the problem though of saying someone's a huge threat, all of them are huge threats.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
some
not...
more than others, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but they're all winners, and they all have their way that they did win. Like Parvati is a giant threat, but everyone's got their thing. Sandra's a huge shot. Rob's a huge shot.
Absolutely. All right, so now you have that was your first half of your team. Now you have this number, your fourth pick, and I believe this is what number 10 overall.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, 10.
I don't know if I want to sneak between guys and girls. I'd rather see a woman win, but every time you think there's going to be a woman winner, they don't win.
They haven't won. A woman has not won since season 34. Odds are one's gotta win, and also most
50-50 though. Those are the odds. Odds are even.
right. But if you predict, that one eventually a woman has to win again. So
Correct.
it's got to be soon. I would have thought it would have been last season.
50-50.
Yes, and I also think too. I think the women winning. I think is. I think it's primed too, but it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know anything. I think odds are in a returning player season, a woman wins more often. Most women who won the game have won a returning player season. It is what it is, but maybe.
Yeah, I think I would rather alternate because it's even. So
I think we all had women. I think we all had women picks last year.
We did
for the winners.
Yep.
Yeah.
For winners.
Absolutely.
Well, I think I'm gonna take a chance with this person, Natalie Anderson.
Oh, great pick! Fantastic pick. She is a very high variance player. Her twin sister was the first person brought out of the game.
Right.
Natalie could certainly do that too. She can definitely rub people the wrong way, get people's narratives, annoy them. But she has the acumen to win. I would put her in it as a top, if not top 2 winner, at least second tier of winners.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely great pick.
All right, so you're next.
What do you think of her pick?
Like it.
I love
It's
it.
good.
Great pick. So.
Tyson.
I already said Tyson.
Tony, the other T one.
Team TV. No, there's a couple I'm kind of torn between. There's a number of reasons I could pick any of these people.
Nick Wilson.
I have a
Brian Wilson.
the closer of the Giants. I have a I have a theory I'm working on, and I'm going to kind of just stick with it. I'm going to take somebody who I think, again, won their season because they weren't really that well known, and people trusted them and to their own detriment. And I think that this person can do that again.
Adam.
I think that person is recent enough that people may know them and maybe whatever, but I don't think it'll be kind of hard to duplicate the second time when they won. But the first time, they were. It's like the Kelly Wentworth factor, where the first season nobody knows who you are. Second season you can take everybody by surprise and beat them, and then the third time, maybe not as strong. But I do think this person is obscure enough that they could certainly take people by surprise and win this thing.
Wonder.
I am going with
Adam.
Officer Sarah.
I was thinking of her too.
And that way, I keep the Iowa Alliance intact with Denise and Sarah. The state that has produced the most Survivor winners is the great state of Iowa. True story. Denise and Sarah both won from Iowa. They're both from basically the same town, Davenport, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
So next up, then it would be Beback for his next 2 picks, your 4th and 5th pick. Any other comments on Sarah before we move on?
No.
Okay, tell me about your 5th, your 4th pick.
5th pick's gotta be.
4th, yeah.
4th pick's gotta be Tony.
Team TV.
I keep saying him enough.
So Beback is basically going with the people who are the best TV, the biggest characters,
and when he won. When he was a character, building that bunker and doing all the crazy stuff, that was the greatest season I think I've ever... That was the greatest season, the greatest win I've seen since I started watching the show.
No doubt the best top 5 new player season of all time. No, everybody has it. So it's one of the best seasons ever. And the fact that he won by being a crazy, psycho, off-the-wall lunatic, it makes it even better. Like when the crazy guy who's the Joe Mena, the war dog, that person doesn't win. They're crazy. But Tony is that, and he won. He played a good enough game socially, and he was a crazy psycho person, and he won. That's Tony Vlachos. And Tony is the Greek god. Be back. If your team wins, I will not be sad. Okay? Everybody on your team, I'd be happy to see win. So Tony Vlachos. VLACHOS. Tony Vlachos. Team TV. Yes, sir. All day long. Cool. Who's the fifth pick on your...
Well, I did want to alternate guys and girls, but there aren't too many girls that are still left that are appealing to me. I'm between two guys. Both recent winners. Both recent winners that I liked. I'm just gonna go with the one who I thought played the better game, Wendell Holland.
Damn.
Wendell Holland off the board. So Wendell goes here.
It was between Wendell and Nick Wilson, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So Wendell, obviously, a really good pick. He's again likable. You're not gonna hear anybody say, "Oh, I hate Wendell," or Wendell. You know, he's the guy who's just gonna be chill, just gonna be there, and not gonna be in anybody's face. And when all the big psychos kill each other, he's gonna be the one left to pick up the bag, and get that money. So Wendell, obviously, a great pick. In the end, you can't really go wrong with anybody here, but Wendell, I'm definitely happy with for sure. That's a good pick. Jessica, what do you think?
He's a good pick. I wanted him as a pick.
Definitely. So
Yay, stealing Jessica's players.
So I picked the entire row of Kim, Sarah, and Denise.
You did.
Ironically, Boston Rob's on the board. That's interesting. I wonder if Bailey's thinking Boston Rob. I'd be crazy. Ethan Zahn is a great human being too. He could win. It's funny. There's a quick anecdote. Some couples when they're married or whatever, they have that one person that if you could it's a hall pass person, right?
Is Ethan Zahn your hall pass?
No.
Okay.
But you remember Mike from Ben's season, the doctor, the wiener doctor?
Dr. Mike?
Yeah. The wiener doctor?
That's your hall pass?
No. He told a story about when him and his wife first got together. They lived in New York City, where Ethan lived at the time. Mm-hmm. And they said they had a hall pass each. His was Sarah Michelle Gellar. Hers was Ethan Zahn, who lived like 2 blocks over. So it was quite hilarious.
Good story.
I think that's pretty crazy.
That's funny.
There's 2 more I kind of want, but my team is very samey, except for Tyson. I don't know if I want to do that, but at the same time, I think the players I'm picking have just like if you take all the Survivor seasons of All Stars, this archetype wins those seasons. So I'm kind of on that train. You guys are probably getting everybody want because I don't think you're wanting anybody I am taking. But for my it'll be 5th pick now, right? Mm-hmm. My 5th pick. I'm going to go. Jessica's going to keep guessing and not going to get right. She got one, Tyson. I'm going to go with Sophie G. Clark. Sophie G. Clark, again, middle 20s. Again, it's my strategy. It's probably going to be terrible. It's probably going to blow up my face. They'll probably be the first 6 out. But Sophie Clark, again, was way under-edited, so people don't even remember she won. And she was playing a game, circling everybody else, running circles around everybody else, and her, strategically, and it was just her only thing is she's a bit robotic. She's a bit like here's how it is. I play to win. I win the game. I do this. I win the game. She doesn't have necessarily the social bonds, but when she does open up, lets her real personality come out. She is a real smart player and very strategic. I think Sophie G. Clark could certainly win. The winner of Survivor South Pacific, she has played, her only time she played, she won, and she played against 2 returning players who were both there at the Final 4. One went to the end with her, and she smoked him. So, Sophie Clark, I think, is got a really good chance this season. Take it for what it's worth. Jessica, you have your 5th pick, and we'll also, by the way, need team names again at the end, just for shits and giggles. Because who won last season? It was the Stinky Fish, right?
Stinky Fish.
Okay, yeah. All right, so Jessica, you have your 5th pick. You have 2 more picks to make, and then actually gonna be back to back, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then there's actually 5 people left to pick, 7 left on the board, and 2 will be on Team Bailey.
I'm pretty torn. But you kept talking about one, and I think I want to take him because I can relate a little bit to his struggles. Ethan Zahn.
Ethan's on. I was hoping we were gonna take
I
him.
knew you were gonna.
I
knew
think
it.
he's a fantastic pick.
That was.
I mean, I didn't have cancers at the extent that he did, but I can understand what he went through.
Absolutely, and the great thing is he's hasn't played so long again. Maybe people just forget about him. He's gonna just go there, do his thing. He's in incredible shape. He still can compete in the challenges, and if Survivor is given, if the only caveat is he's such a good dude and he's got such a great story. That's the only maybe thing that will make it hard for him to win.
So is Jeremy Collins and a bunch of other people. So
Right, again,
yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
I would say the only if Survivor, if the money was given to the most deserving player, Ethan Zahn would win this season. It's not, so he probably won't. But again, if Ethan Zahn won, I would not in the least bit be sad at all. Very deserving guy. So one more pick for you. I see who you're looking at. I think it's a great pick. But you can pick whoever you'd like. I think you are I don't think you can go wrong really with whatever pick you make for the next your final pick here. This is the last member of your team. We'll see what you got here, but I think anywhere you go, you can't go wrong. So you make your pick, and we'll see where you are.
I'm just so torn between picking another woman and making my team completely even, or picking another guy. There's only one woman I was considering, and I'm not really sure if I want to pick them. So I think I'll probably go with the person I keep guessing for you. Adam Klein.
Adam Scott Klein. Great pick. Again, I'm glad somebody got him. I was going to make him my last pick, so I'm glad that you did go ahead and do that. He is, again, a winner who I think transcends the game. He has a really kind of a loud voice. He kind of talks like he's always yelling at his confessional, like, dude, we're right here.
So he's going to drive me crazy.
Lovely.
But it's okay.
Probably, but he's a good player. And he's very underrated. His season... his season was one of those seasons that had so many good players. He almost gets in the mix, lost in the shuffle. You're like,
Right.
oh yeah, he did win this. I thought Zeke won this season. I thought David won this season. I thought Jay won this season. I thought Ken won that season. No, it was actually Hannah. No, it was actually Adam. But there were so many other big names around. He kind of gets lost in the shuffle. So Adam, again, wonderful pick. I couldn't say anything else. So Mr. B back. We have 4 left, and those 4 are just you name
Nick
them.
Wilson, Rob Mariano, Michelle Fitzgerald, and Danny Boatwright.
Those are our 4 left. I have 1. You have 1. Bailey has 2.
Okay.
So, so torn.
Danny.
I'm thinking of Danny Boatwright. I'm thinking of Michelle Fitzgerald. I'm thinking of Nick Wilson. I'm not thinking of Rob Mariano because I think he's got tough. I think he's gonna have a really tough go of it. But I feel like if Boston doesn't get picked, what the heck are we doing?
Bailey gets him.
I mean, again,
I was gonna choose him, but between him and Sandra, it's gonna be really hard. So
yeah. So
just to have him on my team, I would like that, but I want to win. So
yeah. It's tough. I don't
Wilson,
want to leave Nick Wilson off the board. I don't want to leave Michelle off the board or Boston off the board. Danny, again, she could easily win this too because she's just, again, not in anybody's face. She's very low key.
That's why I almost picked her.
Yeah, for sure. She was actually in the running to come back on the season Sarah won. She almost came back this season. And if Natalie Anderson hadn't had, and Natalie was actually casted to be on that season, but she couldn't do it. She had to back out for health reasons. If Natalie didn't back out, Danny would have been back that season. She would have been on that season, but the balance was thrown off by Natalie not being able to be there. So, all that being said, I'm not going to pick Danny, even though I think she certainly can win. I think Bailey's probably going to up with Danny, and I think he's got a good team right there. Michelle Fitzgerald, I like her a lot. She has so much to prove because people don't think she's a good winner, and I think for that reason she's going to overplay. I think she's going to. I mean, she has a lot. Again, I think she's a way better winner than people think, but I think she's going to try to prove everybody that they were wrong about her, and that she is a better player than they think. So she's going to overplaying it and get clipped for overplaying. So it's down to the 2 dudes left. I have only one guy on my team, so I'm going to pick one of the guys. and I'd be hard pressed to not pick the only winner I've ever gotten right in my life.
Obviously.
So I have to take Kentucky Nick Wilson.
Obviously.
I'm a fan of all things, all Survivor Nicks. Nick Brown, Nick Majorano, Nick Wilson. I'll take Nick Wilson times 2 as my last pick. Any other thoughts? I thought that out because guess what's my last pick? So who cares if I think it out? Who cares if I talk about him thinking through? So we have 3 left. 1's on Team B-Back, 2's on Team Bailey. B-Back with your final pick. It's Boston Rob. It's Danny Boatwright, or it's Mish Fitz. Who do you got?
Okay, like I said, I wanted one of the Island of the Idols. I got the one I wanted. I can't believe that he's still on the board. But I'm not gonna do it.
Ooh!
I don't know who this Danny Boatwright is. You gave a nice refresher over who from Michelle, of her season and how she did it. I remember it jogged my memory of how she won, so Michelle's going to be my pick.
That's a great pick. I was torn between her and
like
Nick.
you said, she's got a lot to prove. I didn't think I did want Nick, but I didn't think he'd get around to me again. You got him before I did. Good for you. But I'm happy with getting Michelle.
So Danny Boatwright and Boston Rob Mariano did not get selected, and they're on Team Bailey. This is breaking news. This is bigger than the impeachment scandal.
You're gonna win.
Bailey's got a freaking god on his team. Okay, Bailey's got a Mount Rushmore of Survivor players on his team. Good God, Bailey, you're gonna win some money. You only got 2 players. We also have 6, but that means that the 2-win pick have the best shot. So, recap our teams real quick. Team B-Back, Jessica. Who's on Team B-Back?
Sandra, Jeremy, Parvati, Tony, Wendell, and Michelle.
Oh, goodness. His team is a team great characters, and then you also have Michelle and Wendell. But they're, they are the kind of players who are just going to be there and slip on the radar. So we'll see what happens.
I know, but I read some of Michelle's thing, and I'm just like,
But
pet peeve, bad martini. Come on.
She's that was hers from her first season. That didn't change. Mish Fitz again is a Survivor winner. Statistically proven, she's a Survivor winner. As far as popularity goes, as far as all that, she's definitely not most popular winner. Not considered a great winner, but she's there. So it's team highly entertaining, and then there's team then Wendell and Michelle. Jessica, who do you got?
Me, Yul Kwan, Amber Mariano, Ben Drybergen, Natalie Anderson, Ethan Zahn, Adam Klein. I don't know why I read the last names, but
it's good. I think 4 of them have a real legitimate shot. I think there's a couple who are just kind of there, but those players who are just kind of there, that was my strategy. The players who are just not very well known are, you don't usually get the All-Star season with the All-Star winner. It's usually somebody who's like a, less known. It's still a good winner, not necessarily a bad winner. Sarah, I think, was a great winner of her season, but Sarah was on a season with Tony, Sari, and Andrea, Sandra, JT, all these legends, and Sarah's the one who pulls it out. So I feel like that's kind of where I was. So my team is who?
Your team is Tyson, Denise, Kim, Sarah, Sophie, and Nick.
There you go. So I feel good about that. Do we have any team names that we are jumping at the bit to put out there?
Yes.
What do you got?
Who are you? Question mark.
Who are you? Who are you? So team Masked Singer, Jessica. Okay. Who are you? Do you have any idea?
I'm between 2.
Okay.
But I was thinking of Poverty's Little Monkeys because I love that line when she flirted with the guys when she won. But I'm going to go with the greatest line I've ever heard of on Survivor, describing a tribe who keeps losing. Kelly Wentworth put it out there, the Cleveland Browns of tribes.
The Cleveland Browns of tribes.
Just for the irony, because look at my team. They are not the Cleveland Browns.
They are not. They are the GOATs. The Cleveland Browns of Tribe.
But it could be like the Cleveland Browns, and I could go wham 0 for 6.
Certainly could. Certainly could. It's very very fun, very entertaining. We'll see where it goes. So for mine, I'm going to pull a line out of the Denise Stapley playbook. I'm not going with Team Kim or anything like that. I'm going to go from a little bit obscure. I'm going to go with a survivor strategy that's not been proven. It's been tried once and it worked, but by fluke. I'm going to go with the survivor strategy, the intentional Matt Sings.
The intentional Matt Sings.
And the intentional Matt Sings.
Okay.
So the intentional Matt Sings was obviously when you lose on purpose early on, so you get down to nobody left in your tribe, and you just ingratiate in another tribe and take them over too. So that's the intentional Matt Sings. So we have the Cleveland Browns of tribes, the Who Are You? We have the intentional Matt Sings, and we have Bailey's tribe, which I'm learning right now, which is going to be really freaking awesome, which is what?
Show me the treats!
Show me the treats! Show me the treats, Bailey says. Awesome.
These treats.
So, as we wrap up here, tweet us, let us know what you think. Share in the comments who's the best tribe. Show me the treats. Is going to be a good one. Odds are not in his favor, but he's got a couple real good players. So, Survivor starts next week. We'll be giving our recap pretty much right away. Before I forget, after this one comes out, within the next day or so, we'll be recording the episode of the Masked Singer premiere. We are recording them on the Masked Singer this season. We are watching it. We're going to be doing a show about that this season as well. We're going to have to find out when we're going to do all this.
I will not be on that one. I hate the show.
That's fine. We'll be watching. It's on the same time as Survivor, so we have to kind of figure out when we're doing everything. But we're going to try to at least watch both of them the same night. And then if we don't record the same night, whatever, we're going to try to at least watch them both the same night. So that way, if at the very least, we can
avoid spoilers.
Avoid spoilers,
Like I've already been
which
spoiled.
kind of, yeah. So, but let us know what you think. Let us know in the comments. Obviously, we'll have the Messenger out in the next couple days. Jessica, you're on Twitter with what?
Just T820.
I'm on Twitter, Yo Grabba Gabba. Subscribe so you get all the updates. You don't miss anything. You get the Messenger, get the Survivor ones, get all of our stuff. Let us know who you think is going to win. Email the show, paperproductions@gmail.com. We have, again, you can Facebook page, facebook.com/paperproductions. Jessica and I have been very busy with our, coming up with our whatever we have going on. If you want to talk about it, you can, but...
We're planning our wedding.
So we're very busy. We wanted to do a lot in the off season. I wanted to get a couple shows out, just didn't happen. We got engaged, so we got
holidays,
things going on,
all that stuff.
Exactly, holidays and planning our wedding. So we got a lot going on there. So we apologize that we're kind of haven't had as much content as we would have liked. But hey, played True on now and almost a 2-hour show. So enjoy it, dive in, and get the most out of it, guys. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys right now. I'm really pumped for the season. Let us know in the comments what you think. Hashtag the team names. Hashtag who's going to win. Hashtag whose team you like. Give us your winner picks. We're all excited to hear about it. We'll have as many guests as we can this season. And, again, get out the content as quickly as possible. Yo Grabba Gabba, JessT820, paperproductions@gmail.com, Paper Road Productions on Facebook. Subscribe to get all the updates. Thank you both for being here. Appreciate it. We're going to see who wins it this time. A lot more than just bragging rights on the line. This time, Bailey wants those treats. He's going hard for those treats, going hard in the paint for those treats. I think that's it. Thank you, everybody, for your time. Thank you for watching. And one thing, I've got nothing else for you, because finally, at long last, the tribe has spoken.